In April this year, Lubabalo Condlo and Matteo Bernini squared off for the unrestricted world title, and Bernini defeated the champion 3 games to 0 and 19 draws to become the new unrestricted world champion. In a previous video covering this match, I analyzed Bernini's switcher defense, which he used in a number of games with the white side. Today, I'm going to analyze the pivotal Game 4 of this match, which featured Bernini's first win using the old 14th opening. The first 3 games of the match featured 3 unique openings. In Game 1, Bernini opened with 11-16, Conolo countered with 24-19, and then 8-11 was played to form the Paisley opening. 11-15 was played in all games of this match except for this first game and in Game 16, in which Conolo played 9-14. In Game 2, the Defiance was played, and the Switcher saw its debut in Game 3. In Game 4, with Bernini handling the red pieces, he decided to play the old 14th, a classic opening that helped him win his first title. So the old 14th begins 11-15, 23-19, 8-11, 22-17, and 4-8. This is a classic development in checkers, and one that I recommend all players know. Conolo then played 17-13, which again, classic development. He later played 25-22, which is a more restrictive way to play the old 14th opening. Bernini continues with the classic development of 15-18, 24-20, 11-15, 28-24, and 8-11. Again, classic in all checkers literature and one that just about every serious player should know. Condolo then plays 26-23, also classic. And Bernini here plays 3-8 next, but I want to talk about 2 other variations really quickly here. 9-14 is also very popular and a very good variation to know. And the 18-22 exchange seems to be more popular online, also good, and also a very drawable variation. But Matteo plays this 3-8, which is a bit tricky, and I imagine will continue to gain some traction not only in future serious matches, but also in online play. So the exchange happens here. And then Condolo plays 21-17, which is, again, perfectly fine. 30-26 is also seen in published play. But this 21-17 looks to, again, drive into that elbow from red. Matteo correctly plays the 18-22 exchange. And then Condolo follows up again with the correct 30-25. Now this is a critical point in the game. Matteo plays 6-9, which is seen in published play. Now, looking at this position, it's natural to want to continue to attack red's back rows. So jumping 13-6 looks natural. 13-6 jump, it is sound, and that is what Conolo plays. But some really star and critical moves are needed to survive in this variation. Instead, the easier route would actually be to jump 25-18, and then red can follow up next with 9-14 and the 2-for-2. And it's probably an easier game for white. But instead, the natural 13-6 jump is taken. after the first exchange. Then we have the 25-18 exchange. Now, at this point, you may think, well, 9-14 can still be played. You still have that 2 for 2. But instead, Bernini plays this great 9-13 move, which is the strongest move on the board. So delaying that 2 for 2 and instead attacking that piece on 17. The key move to draw, and again, it looks very unnatural, is actually pitching the piece on 17 by going 17-14 and then looking to allow red to get into white's single corner after white plays 29-25. Looks very unnatural, but it is the key drawing sequence here. Very, very difficult to see. I am doubtful that just about anyone in the world could see this at this point. But that is the correct drawable sequence here. Instead, Condlo plays the losing, albeit very natural, 32-28 in this position. So after red takes the capture here, we now have the 2 for 2 with 19-16. Again, very natural. But Bernini finished this game in an extremely precise manner here. It's very forceful from here on out. So after 27-23, Bernini's just going to exchange out the piece on 18 by going 10-14. 23-19, 8-12, locking those pieces in. 31-27, 7-10, 27-24. Again, Conlo is just looking to line up those pieces to exchange off, looking for a 2 for 1 at this point. But after 11-15 by Bernini, locking those pieces in, Conlo is just forced to go in for a king. Bernini does the same. And then after the crown, Conlo resigns at this point in the game, as Bernini will capture one of those 3 pieces on the board at this point. So with those pieces lined up at 28, 24, and 19, his king is just going to come down and either get the piece on 24 now, or if Conlo decides to go 24-20, then that piece on 19 will be stranded, and there's just not enough time for white to come back and capture one of his pieces. So Bernini's star continues to rise, and I imagine he will someday play for the 3-move world title. And even though Condolo lost his crown, he recovered nicely by winning the unrestricted US National last month. I think we could very well see a rematch between these 2 grandmasters in the future, and the checkers world will be better for it. If you are interested in additional variations in the old 14th opening, I have a couple of other videos you all may enjoy. Thanks, as always, for watching.